Hello everyone. We are going to wait for a few more minutes and then we're going to start. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. We are going to wait for a couple more minutes and let everyone join in and soon we'll start. Okay, some people are facing some technical issues, so we can start. Meanwhile, they can join in. And if your friends are also facing some technical issues, then you can just tell them to keep trying and we can start. So, hello everyone. We are going to talk about the changes of, and also we'll see the excellent tips to digitally build your profile in order to maximize your chances in admissions and scholarships. So, before we start, I'll give you a brief about what Abreodeship is and what we do. So, we are basically India's first exclusive scholarship consultancy. We are an edtech startup providing premier career guidance and complete admission assistance. And we also have artificially intelligent driven marketplace in which we connect you with alumni of prestigious colleges like Harvard, Princeton, Cornell, etc. So till now we have given over 750 counseling sessions, be it in India or abroad, and we are constantly working on building dream careers based on your interest and passion. So let us begin with the webinar. Think the people who are having technical issues, they are still having it. Okay. So first, I will explain about the admission process, and then we'll see what are the changes in the admission process due to this COVID situation. So full admission process, the first and foremost point which we are going to discuss today in detail is profile building. A lot of students just skip this point and just move forward with the tests and everything. But the most important point in order to apply for admission or for scholarship is your profile building. So we'll see it in detail later. The next point is to take tests. So there are a lot of international exams like GRE, GMAT, IELTS, TOEFL, which you need to take in order to get admission abroad. So some of the universities have made these tests optional and some have made it mandatory. The minimum criteria of universities vary, but for TOEFL you can imagine like 80 score is the most crucial score in all the universities, 80 out of 120. And in IELTS you can imagine 5 or 6 bands out of 9. That will be a good score. Now, the first thing after taking your tests comes brainstorming sessions. So, what brainstorming is? Basically, we are choosing the right course according to your skill and interest. Suppose you have done your bachelor's in computer science, but you want to opt your master's in a different field, say mechatronics, say electronics. You can possibly do that. So we'll brainstorm those kind of courses which are meant for you. You're not like doing it because of the pressure from your parents or because of the pressure from your colleagues or anything. We have the skill and interest Q&As. You can even do it on your own as well. There is SWOT analysis. You can do it and see which is the right strength for you and in which type of course you can excel in the future. So we also have brainstorming with the Ivy League mentors. If you require, then it's very essential to have brainstorming session with the person who has been there, who has done that. So even if you're doing it on your own, then find a person who has a great like skill in that, and who is of a good college and who has first like done some MBA or some MIS program. The next thing which comes is shortlisting of universities and scholarships. So a lot of people come and just tell us that we want to apply for Ivy Leagues. They don't have any safety net for them. So we suggest students to shortlist at least three kind of universities. Your dream universities, in which you are like not sure that you will get the admission. So basically, if your average marks are say above 90 or above 80, then you can imagine going to dream universities. The selection in those kind of universities is very minimal, it's less than 15%. Now there are reach kind of universities in which your GPAs are exactly parallel to the reach universities. So your chances of getting into those kind of universities are 50%. And there comes the safety net. Safety net are those kind of scholarships in which your chances of getting admission are more than 75%. So basically, we suggest that to shortlist at least 3 to 4 universities in each section, like Dream, Reach, and Safe. So there will be a total of 10 to 12 universities which you need to shortlist. Now comes the most important part, the scholarships. How you shortlist your scholarships. See, if you are shortlisting your scholarships on your own, then also you need to have a clear idea of what your strengths are. So basically, if you are a good debater, say, or a good orator, then you need to search those kind of skills, those kind of scholarships which demand leadership skills, which do not see your GPAs, which see how strong your oratory skills are, how well your leadership skills are. So you have to find out on your own, like what are the those kind of scholarships. If you come to us, then we'll do this kind of analysis, and then we'll shortlist all those scholarships for you. The next step of the process is writing a well crafted SOP and LOR. So SOP is your statement of purpose. Basically, your statement of purpose depends on how good your profile is. So it all comes down to the first point again, that your profile building should be excellent. Based on the SOP, universities are giving your admission and scholarship or not. So SOP is like your base of getting admission and scholarship. So it should be very well crafted. Then comes the LORs, letter of recommendation. So it could be from your professors, it could be from your employers, and it should depict what kind of qualities you have. Why, like a lot of things are there in LORs. So there is particular draft for each university that how they demand it. But you should have a good connection with your professors and employers so that they will write a sound LOR for you. Then comes international CV. See, a lot of students do mistakes in writing their, in building their international CV. What happens is in CV, you only write what your strengths are. That's not true. In order to receive scholarships, you need to write down what your strengths are, and slightly you have to also mention what your weaknesses are and how you're improving them. So it's a twist in the international CV in which we are like writing. We have built a lot of CVs, and we have seen this trend that if we are mentioning some of the weaknesses in CV, then those students are getting selected more. And also, while you're writing your strengths, then you don't have to boast about it. See, there is a very thin line between boasting and highlighting. So you just need to highlight what your strengths are. You just need not need to boast about it. Then comes scholarship essays. So scholarship essays are very crucial when you are applying to the scholarships, because even though your SOP, LOR, everything is selected and your scholarship essay is rejected, then you won't get any scholarship. So in scholarship essays, it also comes down to the first point, like your profile should be very nice, because you can't lie in your essays. You have to prove, you have to give all the certificates which you have done. So you will not be able to lie in that. So for scholarship essays, you need to make your story emotional. You need to have a very well diverse profile in order to apply for that. The next thing comes is yeah. So the next thing is submission of your all the documents. So transcripts, international exam marks if required, degree, and all your extracurricular certificates. So all these are submitted. In some universities, you also need to do the apostille of the documents. So everything should be in place, and then either emailed it to the university or like mailed it, posted it to the university office. After this, there are some university entrance exams are there, and then some scholarship exams are there. So basically they are held online, they are on Skype. If you are aiming for masters or PhD, then the scholarship exams will be taken by professors themselves or university administrators, and they're basically 2 or 3 rounds. So there are some tuition scholarship round, then accommodation scholarship round, and there are some additional stipend rounds. So additional stipend rounds, monthly stipend rounds, they depend on like what do you want to do your research in. So in that matter, the research material should be very well crafted. And in masters, when there is no requirement of such material, then you should have in rough, like in you should have some kind of mind map. What do you want to do, and what are your aims regard revolving your research, and after that also what do you want to do like for PhD as well. So everything should be well crafted in that. And the last point comes then the visa procedures and departure. So in visa procedure also, if you are a normal student, then there is need to show some blocked account. But if you are a scholarship student, then in a lot of cases that blocked account is waived off. Your visa fee is also waived off. So it depends in which kind of scholarship you're getting, which kind of country you're going. It's very subjective. Now we'll see what are the changes happening in this whole admission process due to the COVID situation. So the first change in the universities are the international exams have been waived off. So in a lot of universities where the international exams were mandatory, but they are now waived off. So it's a plus point and a negative point both, because if your profile is very good but you don't want to spend a lot of money on taking these kind of international exams like GRE, GMAT, TOEFL, IELTS, they cost a lot. So you just need to focus now on your profile. But those who don't have a good profile and they are not even eager to build their profile, then in those cases, like they can like for them this international exam waiver is not a good thing, but for all others who are wanting to build their profile, it's a good thing. So also now universities are revisiting their financial aid. So what is happening in the current situation is like a lot of jobs are not there. So universities are raising money in order to award more scholarships and hire more staff in their university campus. Recently, UCLA University has raised around $5 billion, and they said that they will use this money to award more scholarships, more grants, and they'll hire more university staff to cater to all of the students' query. So it's a good thing for all of us. The next thing is they are also revisiting their all the offline submissions, so they are revising everything. So the things which we need to send properly, like by posting it to the university admission office, now we can send it directly, scanned copies to the universities. Also, as I mentioned earlier, apostille was a necessary thing to do, but in this scenario they have also waived off the apostilles of documents. So you just can scan from your home the documents and university will receive it. So there is, that is also a very good point. You will be saving a lot of money in, like, when you would be posting these kind of things. So you'll be saving a lot of money, and the documents will be mm, just scanned and sent to the university. So it's a very good thing. Now, we'll come to a point where we'll discuss the main topic of our webinar. So, why there is need to build strong profile? See, nobody will tell you that you should be building a very good profile, because the people who have built them have only secured scholarships. We have students who got like 60%, 70%, but they are able to achieve scholarships rather than those with 98, 99%. Why? Only reason was that they built strong profile. So these are some of the scholarships. So we have, hello. Yes, so these are some of the scholarships which our students have received. So over 5 crore scholarships we have received for our students in the last year. So I'll see why there is need to build strong profile. Okay. Let us consider a situation in which two profiles are there. Both are like, both have equal marks, both have equal GRE, GMAT, everything, both have equal GPAs. They both have same kind of profile. Okay. Like, the admission committee receives a lot of profiles every day. So in order to get attention to your profile, so in order to get attention to your profile, you should have an extra edge, right? So that extra edge we will discuss today, that what you can do so that your profile stands out among the thousands and hundreds of applicants. And what our students have done, what we have guided them, so that they were able to achieve 5 crore scholarships. So we'll discuss 10 ways to build strong digital profile. The first one is, you have to identify your USP. See, we always say this in our company, that unique scholarships for unique individuals. So what's unique about you? What's your unique selling point? That you need to identify. For that, you can do SWOT analysis. For that, you can do brainstorming. A lot of things are there which you can do. So you need to identify what your USP is. Okay, because many of the applicants will can have a better academic record than you. You just need to figure out your USP and you have to highlight it in front of the admission committee. So what I will suggest is, just begin with jotting down your strengths. Okay, you have to cite examples that perfectly substantiate your academic and professional life. You need to give importance to your strengths, and then you will be able to get the committee's attention towards you. We have a lot of these worksheets with us, which we give to our students, and then we are able to conclude with a point, that what your unique selling point is. So the next thing comes is networking. Networking means you need to reach out to the alumni of your university, okay, of your dream colleges. A lot of students do not have this kind of contact, like you don't have anyone in your circle who's alumni of a good college. That's why we have onboarded a lot of premium mentors with us, so you can directly contact with the Harvard mentor, with the Princeton mentor through us. So, and you can also reach out to some of the professors of your dreams. So professors, there is a format in which you need to reach out to them. You don't have to spam them. See, it's a very crucial thing that spamming, you will get blocked, you will get banned, and most importantly, you can also receive a rejection before even applying. Okay, so you don't need to spam them. There is a certain kind of format, like what format you should mail to the professor, what format you can what kind of message you can send to your alumni. So there is some kind of format which you need to follow in that. The next is work experience. So work experience, there are a lot of misconceptions about work experience as well. So work experience doesn't have to mean that you have to work in a company. Okay, you can work in a company, you can work in a startup, you can even voluntarily work anywhere. You can teach some underprivileged children, you can raise your voice for women empowerment. There are a lot kind of works. You don't have to work for money, you can work for some social causes. So there are some NGOs in which you can work. Okay, so, and one more important thing about working in NGO is you can work like in a community locally, and also after the situation, you can also work overseas for volunteering. So there are a lot of websites like Global Vision International, Project Abroad. A lot of these kind of websites are there. So you can work in a lot of places. Okay, and it doesn't like, if we talk about the certificates, a lot of people are asking me that, ma'am, I have like worked for underprivileged students, but I don't have any kind of certificate to prove it. It doesn't matter. You would have some photographs, you would have something. Okay. See, universities, if they are providing you scholarships, they will search you everywhere. They will search all your social media profiles, because now the whole world is online. So anything, if you are saying that is not uh, true, or that is not false, then also the admission committee can judge you on the basis of what person you are. Okay, so even if you don't have any proof, but they have sense of idea, they have some this kind of psychology to judge you on the basis of your essays, on the basis of your social media presence. So it doesn't matter, you have to work. Your work can be used in interviews as well. So you can be a good it could be a good kind of discussion in your scholarship interviews as well. So you don't have to care much about the certificates, you just have to work. The next thing, which basically revolves around work experience and networking, is having an active online presence. So an active online presence doesn't have to mean that it could be on Facebook or Instagram. It should be on some professional platforms. Some professional platforms are there, like Micro Mentors, LinkedIn. We also provide LinkedIn profile building. So it comes under our digital profiling, because in today's scenario, even if you want to apply for internships, jobs, scholarship, fellowship, your professors are also on LinkedIn, your companies are also on LinkedIn. So your LinkedIn profile should be very well crafted. Next thing, like for the people who are looking for masters and PhD degree, they should publish their research work. Now, a lot of people are saying that we can't publish our research work because of so many reasons, like the college has accepted and everything like that. So, for them, we suggest that at least attend some research conferences. if you're not able to publish your paper in some IEEE chapter, then at least you can join the local chapter, like, right? So you have to just give the admission committee a sense that yes, you are interested in the scholarship, in the fellowship, in your profile, in your course. So at least you can join some IEEE local chapter, kind of, or some attend some kind of research conferences that will help in giving you a edge, giving you an edge over like hundreds and thousands of people. The next thing comes is like creating an intercultural scenario. So intercultural scenario means like admission committee needs those kind of students who can adjust in an international environment, right? So because you will be studying abroad, you will be getting, if you are getting scholarship, then they want to see whether you will be able to adjust or not. So for that, we suggest that you can travel to foreign countries, but obviously a lot of we are not able to travel. A lot of us are not able to travel. So then I suggest that you can learn a new language. There are apps like Duolingo in which you can learn a lot of languages. If you are not able to do both, then at least join certain kind of NGOs in which international people come. So there are a lot of NGOs in which people from different universities, abroad universities, are coming and they are working there. So at least join those kind of universities, those kind of NGOs, so that you will be able to have some kind of global viewpoint, and admission committee can see that yes, this guy or girl can adjust in international environment. So the next thing comes is diversify your profile. See, this is a very important thing, because we have students who are not ready to diversify their profile. So diversifying is very, very essential when you are applying for admissions or applying for scholarships. So apart from the technical skills that you have acquired, if you have learned any other new skills through certification courses or have any sort of experience that can add value to your profile, okay, then you need to mention it. There are a lot kind of things, like if you have volunteered for any sort of special project. Like there was a girl in our last batch. She has volunteered to do painting of her local what do you say, local society, local government thing. So she was facilitated by the government body for that, painting and cleaning a lot of things. And she has aced the interview, gotten 100% scholarship based on that. Her whole interview like just pivoted towards it, and it was a very good thing to see. So even little things can give can make your profile look very strong. So you must highlight those kind of points and your unique attributes. These kind of unique things will add more value to your profile. So it will obviously increase your chances of admission and getting scholarships. The next thing is participating in extracurricular activities. So it doesn't mean participating in extracurricular activities. It should mean that you need to lead them. Okay, a lot of students have certificates for, I have participated in so and so workshop, I have participated in so. No, that won't matter. What matters is, even if you have one or two certificates in which you have organized some workshops, okay, even if you are not right now in college, then you can try it in your city. There can be one area, like there can be one public park in which you can distribute some plants or something like that, teach some children or something of use. So those kind of, you need to lead those kind of projects. We don't need any organizing certificates, they are good, but the best ones are the leading certificates, like which projects have you led, what were your goals in that, how many people were you able to get together in that particular kind of workshop or some activity. So we need those kind of things. The next one is online and certification courses. So it's very common. A lot of people are doing these kind of things right now, online courses, certification courses. But the most important thing which they forgot is you only need to do those kind of courses which actually is what do you say, synchronicity is in synchronicity with your profile. So because you're paying for that courses, right? Universities are very good in psychology. They can see that you are just doing the courses for whatsoever reason, like you're doing it just for scholarships or anything like that. So when you're paying for a certain thing, when you're paying for certification courses or online courses, you must need to make sure that you're just doing it in synchronicity with your profile, or in that profile in which you need to get your degree in. So if you are a bachelor's in computer science and if you want your degree in master's in management or something, those kind of courses, then you can do management kind of courses. Okay. But if you are not taking degree in that kind of thing, if you are doing it in masters in computer science, then you need to do courses in artificial intelligence, programming, those kind of things. So you need to make sure that the courses are in synchronicity with your profile. The next thing is working towards building a well-rounded personality. So basically, this essentially means like you have to work on your public speaking skills, which which can be joining a Toastmaster club or something like that. And uh, essentially, you have to also provide some kind of sports certificates. So sports are a lot of kinds. There are some external. One second. Okay, two people have joined in. So you need to make sure that you have certain sports certificates. So it could be some online sports. There is e-sport kind of thing also going on. If you are not good in physical sport, then it could be also, see, there are a lot of kind of sports, uh, physical sports, and then there are some indoor sports as well, carom, chess. So any kind of sport, see, you need to make sure you have certificate of one or two kinds of sport. That is very essential for admission committee. They see how well you are in your thinking capability, because when you are studying abroad, the most important thing comes like how you will survive there. So the sports personalities have this tendency in them to survive in any kind of situation. So we have seen like a trend of 80 to 90% people, they are getting selected because of their sports certificates. So that's why like we have also collaborated with a lot of sports NGOs, a lot of companies for internship opportunities, so that like our students get a whole well-rounded profile. Okay, do you have any questions? I'll take some of the questions. Uh, okay, we have certain questions from Anand Tiwari. How to be sure that I can get chance of scholarships? See, for getting scholarships, you need to have a good profile. That's what we are talking about, right? That you need to make sure all the points, these are very less points because we don't have much time today. 30 minutes were there only. So we covered a lot of points. So you need to make sure your profile is excellent. The academics and GPAs are just for eligibility. Okay, as I mentioned earlier as well, that our students who had 60 to 70%, they also got 100% scholarship. So academics are not that important. They are important just for the eligibility. Okay, you have to be passed in all the subjects. But for getting scholarships, Okay. Where should I take career counseling? Okay. For career counseling, there is basically a certain kind of format in which we deal, like as we mentioned earlier as well. I'll just tell you about it. So in career counseling, this one, like brainstorming sessions is there. So what we do essentially in brainstorming session is uh, we give you a certain kind of skill and interest Q&A. Then there are some SWOT analysis, and all these are done with some mentor who is Ivy League mentor. Okay, they can be of Harvard, Princeton, Cornell, IIT, IIMs. So our all counselors are Ivy League mentors. So you'll be given a brainstorming session, okay, and then you will be given a lot of things, uh, like what's your end goal in life? Like you want to have a good salary, so there are salary kind of salary based courses. So we'll ask a lot of questions on that, and then after that you'll be able to receive a full report, like which courses will be good for you, which universities will be good for you, and what are the tips and tricks of how you can land those kind of scholarships. So your digital profile building tips will be there in that. And when should I take career counseling? Okay, so when should you take your career counseling? Are you in 10th class, 12th class? So it doesn't matter, you can take it whenever you want, because we will give you a report in which there will be a 5-year scenario as well and 10-year scenario as well. So you can take it as soon as you wish, because if you are not satisfied with your career, then I'll suggest that you should take it as soon as you wish. And even after career counseling, at least we need 3 to 12 months for your profile building. That's why we suggest all our students who have come at least like this kind of time frame before, they are able to achieve 100% scholarships. Because see, what happens is scholarship seats are filled way before than paid seats. For paid seats you can just give the money and grab a seat, right? But for scholarships, you there are a lot of things you need to do. So universities also fill their scholarship seats way before. Okay, what is the procedure to get your service? Okay, the procedure is like I'll be giving you certain numbers on which you can call, or there is our email ID which you can just like drop your CV and drop a mail like you're interested in this kind of service, and we'll just start with the procedure. So in the procedure again, there will be a mapping. So as we said that there are Ivy League alumni mentors, so will be mapped with one of our mentor, and then your process start. What is the Muskan Tiwari? What is the percentage of getting admission in public universities? What is the percentage of getting admission? Okay, so in public universities, the admission percentages. I did not get your question. What is the percentage of getting admission? Like you are asking about the minimum percentage. See, as I told that there is no minimum cap limit as you have a strong profile. You can easily get it through 55-60% as well. It again depends on what your profile is and which kind of degree you are opting. Okay, so a lot of things are there when you are asking about the eligibility. Can I get chance to speak with mentors from my field? Yes, yes, you will get chance to speak with your mentors from your field only. So if you are talking about law, then we have Ritvi with us. She has done Queen's law from Queen's Mary, London. So we'll be speaking with her only. So obviously, like you will be matched with your field mentors only. Okay. Okay. Anyone else has any question? Okay, chance of getting admission in public university. Okay, your chances depends on your profile, but our success rate is 80 to 90%. So if your profile is very good, then obviously you'll get 100% scholarships. Our success rate is very high if you compare it to any other consultancy. There are many services on your website. How can I choose best for me? Okay, so see, all the services on our website is basically in this slide. Okay, I think a couple more. Yeah, but basically everything is in this slide. So I will suggest that on which step you are. And also we have this option of not taking the whole service. You can take separate services as well. So we have profile building service, we have brainstorming service, we have SOP service. So you're not required to take everything at once, everything in one go. Wherever you are, you think that you have shortlisted universities on your own and you just need profile building from us, then okay. So yeah, so if you just need profile buildings from us, then you can just take it. Basically, I'll suggest students that just see in this whole scenario where you stand. Okay, even if you are on third or fourth point or fifth or sixth point and you have skipped first or second point or something like that, then you can take that kind of service. But it's very essential, even if you don't take any service from us, but it's very essential to do your profile building. See, I'm again and again focusing on this part because a lot of students just skip that part. They just take tests and then starting to shortlist the universities and apply. So it's very essential to do your profile building because that will only help you in scholarship. Uh, okay, there are many services. Okay. How do you have any office? Hi, do you have any office physically to talk in person when possible? Yes, we do have, Karthik. We have offices in Delhi and Jaipur, but currently both the offices are closed and we are working from home. So we will let you know when they open, and you can come and talk to us in person as well. Okay. Muskan Tiwari, any link for reviewing top most universities? Okay, and one person has also messaged me. Top most universities. Okay. How can we shortlist the universities ourselves? Okay, for both the questions, I'll suggest if you want to review the university and shortlist the university, basically for shortlisting, there are lot of factors which you must see, like the tuition fee, then the subject ranking, then the average scores needed in that, then what is the amount of scholarship you'll be getting in that university, then the course curriculum is also there, then how much research funding has been granted to the university, and what are the deadlines of the university. Seeing the deadline is very essential because you need to see whether you'll be able to apply in those kind of universities and whether you'll be able to receive all documents, submit all documents to the university in time or not. See, what happened this time of year as well, that University of Toronto's website was crashed because on the last day. So on the last day, nobody was able to submit the documents. So I will suggest do not wait for the deadline to, like, do not wait for the last day to submit your documents. Submit it as early as possible. And also for reviewing topmost universities, a lot of people have this thing in mind that what will be the salary after you graduate from there, right? So there is a link, payscale.com. You can search that link. In that link, you will be able to get what is the like alumni salary of certain kind of colleges. You'll be able to get what are the topmost universities and what are their salaries. So it's a very good kind of website, payscale.com. You can review that if you want to see what is the alumni salary of a certain kind of university you're interested in. Do you provide a package which includes all the services? Yes, we have package which includes all the services, and you can take it by calling on this, yeah, on this number. Yeah, the link is payscale.com. In the wake of COVID-19, how should we choose which country and university for admission in fall 2021? Are going with complete online, which shall not be completely worth it. Not sure about it. Yes, Preet, like a lot of universities are adapting this online mode of education. So, but now for fall 2021, like nobody knows what will happen, but if we have seen trends like people are preferring Europe over America, because America is in talks to revoke a lot of student permits and work permits. So we have seen this trend like for fall 2021, everyone is moving towards Europe. One more reason for moving towards Europe is like the movement, the freedom of movement. So even if one country is, even when you land in certain country, European country, then you are freely allowed to move to work in any of the countries. So I think that is also a reason, and European government, European universities are also raising a lot of money for the financial aid for hiring more staff. So I think that's also one of the reason why we are seeing all our students in this most of our students, like 80% of our students, aiming for fall 2021 for Europe. So I'll suggest you can do research on your own, but as we have seen the trends that European countries are getting more admission in fall 2021. Okay, I think we'll end the session here. Okay, these are our numbers on which you can call, and this is our website. And you can also WhatsApp us on this number if you have any queries after the session as well. And hope you all are safe and you all are well. Okay, bye.